I'm always someone that believes that the youth are our future, and that's why it's so important to help out the youth that are at risk. The date is February 2nd. My name is Reginald Angus Argue. I'm sitting with two individuals that are extremely important in helping out the at-risk youth, Orville Lee and his wife Ruth Lee. Thank you so much. There's an organization you guys formed. I'm going to get you guys to what the name of it is. Ruth, if you could share that and a little bit about your organization.
Pathfinder Youth Centre Society, and we work with youth with barriers to employment as well as life. And so we focus on what is making them stuck and help them progress from there.
And Orville, you were the Rookie of the Year in 1988 when you played for the CFL. You played for 4 years, and now you've gone into this. In 2003, you guys formed the Pathfinders. How do you feel that being in the CFL compared to the battle you have right now to help the at-risk youth? Mm-hmm. How much has the CFL actually helped you prepare for what you're doing nowadays?
Right. Well, I have to say it's very similar in terms of the basic, your work ethics, your persistence, networking, working for a common or towards a common goal. So those basics are very, very similar with regards to working with youth or people and playing sports, professional sports, the drive that's required to do this, right? And being able to also work with, different individuals and personalities and people with different situations and having different conditions. So it's basically programming, football that is, programming to do what we're doing right now. So very similar. The benefits or the rewards that you get out of assisting a youth or saving a life or whatever you want to say obviously far outweigh any accolades that I could receive playing football. But football did provide and taught me some of the tools that I needed to do the type of work that we're doing now, definitely.
And you have 4 programs within the Pathfinder organization mm-hmm. to help the youth. If you guys could quickly explain what the different programs are.
We've got the Employment Beginnings program, and that's focused on hospitality and tourism. The kids are in class for about 10 to 13 weeks, and then they're out on work experience, which is attached to a wage subsidy. Our Working Together program, we've got 2, one in here in Surrey and one in Maple Ridge, and that focuses mainly on life skills, anger management, conflict resolution, team building, all those basic skills that you need to go forward into the workplace. And then the last one we've got is Skills for Life, very quick. That program is geared to kids that have graduated high school but can't seem to get that first work experience. So we try to broaden out their horizons and give them more opportunities with different kind of certificates.
And there's one program you have right now which is at risk to actually lose the funding for it. Mm-hmm. You mentioned it before. If you could talk about that program, what the importance of it, and actually how it helps out the at-risk youth at this time.
I would say it's probably one of our most important programs because it's not a Band-Aid program. It's let's get down to the reason why you are the way you are, be it your family, be it drug and trench coming to rehabilitation,
different conditions,
different mental health conditions, school dropouts. So we want to focus on what it is that keeps pulling you back from succeeding. And it's a concentrated program. We get them to do 4 community projects that the community benefits from. We do free sports camps, we do free carnivals, we do a public service announcement that gets aired on TV. And we brought in a new program that bridges the gaps between the generations of seniors and youth. And so the youth will create games like bingo or photo sessions, and then they'll go into a senior's home and they will present it to the seniors, and they get to sit one-on-one and be mentored by a senior and tell them their past experiences, and then the youth get to tell them their experience, and you can see the
bridging
gap.
the gaps,
closing in.
And understanding between the two generations, obviously. Yeah.
Right. So this not only impacts the individual youth, but it impacts the community.
And your programs, you're putting something like 60 to 90 youth through a year. through it. I think 426 youth since you guys first started doing it. You know, what kind of waiting list do you have for the programs at this time?
Well, each intake is about 100 kids applying for the program, and we only have about 12 to 14 seats, so everybody else gets put on a wait list.
And a lot of the youth that have actually finished your program, have any of them come back as mentors?
Oh,
To
yes.
help?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We've had youth that have gone through our programs here and have actually even come back here to work or gone on to work in some of our group homes that we have. And that's always, you know, a sign that your organization is on the right track when, you know, kids are going through the program and being successful and coming back and helping out. So we've seen a lot of that, and it continues to happen, right? And it's always good when you see that.
And they continually come back, not even just to be a part of who we are, but to share where they are in their life and how being here has impacted them.
Absolutely.
And also I was reading on your website, and it actually said that you actually cleaned up some of Wally's abandoned property too, so I mean, that's part of the
When we first
program there.
started.
Right, yes, community service, right? It's just going back to the basics, and what we found by having our youth go back into their own community, it gives them a sense of pride. They take ownership of the community. We've had comments, you know, like you know, some of our kids, when they first, you know, start in our programs, maybe they're hanging out, and just misunderstandings from some of the maybe business owners seeing a group of kids, automatically they think, oh my God, gangs or what have you. But when they realize that these kids are on a positive path and they're progressive and they're learning and empowering themselves, it sort of changes that relationship. No longer they're looking at them like, oh, a bunch of gangsters hanging out, but a bunch of kids are in a program that are trying to, you know, better themselves. And that, you know, it works two ways. We've had situations where kids have said, hey, you're not breaking into that place because that's, you know, this is our community and we're part of Pathfinders, and no, that's not going to happen, right? So they get empowered, and they now start protecting their own community. And I mean, some of these kids we have are, you know, street entrenched, gang entrenched, tough. What they know is survival right now, which is, if I need to eat, I'm gonna go steal something. If I need, you know, money, I'm gonna go and get it however I can. So to see their mindsets change, to them taking ownership in their community and protecting their community, almost like policing their hood, so to speak. That's amazing. It empowers us and empowers them, and we just, you know, you feel really good when you see those types of things happening. Yeah.
And you're also some of your sponsors is CFL, BC Lions.
Right.
I think I thought A&W, and
Yes.
there's also HP has given you
Donated computers.
Donated
in the
computers.
past. Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, they're all stakeholders. I mean, you know, it takes a village to raise a youth. So the more people that we can get, companies, organizations, banks, seeing the picture, seeing what we see, and helping us to accomplish it, the better our community is going to be overall, right? So yeah, these companies have come on board and helped us out, and we hope that they'll continue to do that, because without them, obviously, you know, it's more difficult for us to reach the goals and to, you know, assist those kids that we really need to assist. So definitely, and we're looking for more, because it's not an easy job. It's not an easy job, right? You know, whatever we can get to sort of help us reach those goals and help the kids, like you said, that's the future. You know, why not? You know, do we want to leave this country in shambles, or do we want to, you know, the weakest link? You know, you're only as strong as the weakest link, so you want to empower people, especially street kids that need that help, right? That have never had anything. So that's what Pathfinders is about, is empowerment. It's about inspiring, teaching these kids to dream, right? And some of them, you know, God knows their dreams have been beaten out of them because of life. So we're here to empower, to uplift, to inspire, to help them to continue, you know, on a positive, you know, path, so to speak.
And Ruth, what is actually one of the major points that you want yourself with the Pathfinders? What is the for the youth? What is the major point you want to get out there?
We want them to be self-sufficient. We want them to take pride in who they are, that it's okay to have a past. And what we say actually day one of class is, whatever happened to you beyond these doors stays beyond these doors. This is a place and a platform for you to be able to dream and reach high and be the person you want to be, because it's a clean slate.
Starting fresh.
We're starting
We're not
fresh.
gonna hold you hostage to your
Right.
past.
So what?
Right.
Yeah. So what we want to do is really just empower them and teach them and bring them back to basics and teach them how to fish.
Mhm.
How about yourself, though, Orville? What's the main point that you'd like to get out of yourself?
I think it would be just that you can accomplish anything you want to, and of course it sounds like a cliche, but with the right support systems, which we have at Pathfinders, with all our amazing staff here and caregivers and people that help us, with that type of support in place, you can aspire to be and reach any goal that you have. And that's what I'd like to get out there and to impart on any youth that comes through the doors. Dream big, it's there. And mentorship is the key, and that's the glue that holds our programs together. Is true mentorship for youth, right? When a kid is down and he's feeling low self-esteem, someone to be able to be there to help pick him up and to say, hey, let's shake that off. Let's move forward. Let's keep our eyes on a positive path. Let's keep our eyes on the goal, right? So just to be able to dream to achieve anything you want to achieve. Right? And we've had some amazing kids that have come through these doors that are doing amazing things. So we know we're right on task and on mission with what we're trying to do.
I'll have you share your website too, so if you don't mind, that way
Yeah.
people can check it out.
It's Pathfinder Youth Centre. No, PathfinderYouthSociety.org.
And as we come to a close, is there any closing message that you'd like to share there, Ruth, with the people who are going to listen to this?
Just keep supporting us in any way, time, money. Orville was stressing mentorship. Our mentorship program is entwined in all of our programs, and we don't shut down. So we're on 24 hours a day because their problems don't stop at 5 o'clock.
To 5. Those, yeah.
And
Doesn't go away. It continues around
so,
the 5.
yeah, so to be able to support that mentorship piece, it's really hard. It's hard to define when you're asking for money on a proposal, to define that. So to have people kind of open up their minds and to dig deep and find that, that love and that unconditional support is what's going to make this a successful country.
Right, yeah. To me for tomorrow. It's something very simple. It's not financially demanding. It's $2 a month. It's $24 a year to support our mentorship program. My goodness, $2 you can get you can get a coffee at Tim Hortons or something, or a donut or whatever. $2 for mentorship. It's not a lot of money we're asking. So yeah, I want to put out a challenge we need 1,000 people to come up with $24 a year to assist us with our mentorship program. We're very transparent. It's not going in anybody's pockets. It's going for mentorship for our youth. So I want to put out a challenge to our community, to do that.
The one question I have to ask you, Orville, is there any, with the youth that have gone through here, are there any youth that really stand out in your mind that have gone on to do amazing things and, have gone into professions that where they've turned into massive, contributed amazingly to society and have become beacons of hope, we could say.
Yes. Oh, throughout this organization, but I'll let you speak about our young lady on the island.
Yeah, we had a young lady that actually came over as a refugee from Afghanistan, and she walked on the hot sand, and she managed to get herself here. And when we met her, she was transient, she was homeless, she had to finish her education. And just to bring it forward now, she has worked with the government of BC. She's graduated, she's in university right now, and she works.
She's fulfilled a lot of her dreams.
A lot of her drive. We were there for her high school grad, we were there for her Canadian citizenship.
Yes.
So we've maintained that relationship.
Wow,
Yeah, and we've got other youth that are now managers.
Nurses' aides,
caregivers, child and youth care workers, going towards becoming social workers. A couple of them that are now trying to become RCMP, that have come through our foster home, officers. So a lot of success stories with our youth, and like we were saying before, bringing it back to basics. When you step through these doors, what are your dreams? Because that's what we're going to try and support you in achieving. Whatever it is you want to do, that's what we want to help you to achieve. As big as you can dream big. Because Pathfinders, we're here to get you on that path and to help you to fulfill your dreams.
One more time, can I have you guys share your website again, so that way people can, you know, that they'll know where to go look at it, sort of
It's
thing.
pathfinderyouthsociety.org.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
for your
you.
Thank you,
time.
thank you guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Reg.